So somebody asked me, do I always try to keep an outside socket on the ring main? Why don't I just spur it off? It's completely legal. Well, this is why. Right, so what is your knowledge on the electrical installation, like cabling in the UK?
Oh, I've got a pretty solid grasp on that. I know UK electrical installation standards are all about following the 18th edition wiring regulations, BS 7671, and that covers things like cable types, safe cable routes, and correct sizing. So if you want to dive into any specifics, like how to run cables in a domestic setup or how to meet Part P requirements, just let me know.
Fantastic. So basically, if you've got a fuse board and a ring main, yeah, which is two 2.5 cables coming out of a 32 amp MCB.
Exactly, you've got it. So in a typical UK setup, that ring main is basically a ring circuit where those two 2.5 millimeter cables loop out from that 32 amp MCB on the fuse board and then go around all the sockets. It's a pretty standard way of wiring in UK homes. If you want to chat about any details or specifics on that, just let me know.
So then to make a spur off of that ring main, you can come off with one 2.5 cable to a double socket. Is that correct?
Yep, you've got it spot on. To add a spur off that ring main, you can indeed just run a single 2.5 millimeter cable from one of the sockets on the ring to a new double socket. Just keep in mind the usual rule that you only want one spur per socket on the ring. But other than that, you're all good.
So then with that 2.5 cable, how many amps can that carry?
Yeah, great question. So generally in a typical UK installation, a 2.5 millimeter twin and earth cable can handle around 20 to 27 amps, depending on how it's installed, things like whether it's in insulation or clip direct. But when it's part of a ring final circuit with a 32 amp breaker, it's basically designed so the load is shared around the ring. So that cable is comfortably within its safe limits.
So then when it's spurred off in one 2.5 cable, can that 2.5 cable carry 32 amps?
I see what you're getting at, and it's a good point. So no, when you spur off with a single 2.5 millimeter cable, it's not actually going to carry 32 amps on its own. That cable is still only rated for around that 20 to 27 amp range we talked about. The reason it works on a ring is because the load is shared around the ring. But for a single spur, you're basically just adding one extra socket that you wouldn't want to overload. So you definitely don't treat that single spur cable as if it can handle the full 32 amps on its own. It's just there to supply that one extra point.
So with that one extra point, if it's a double socket, you can plug in two 13 amp plugs, which in effect will be able to carry 26 amps.
Yeah, you've got it. So technically, if you plug two 13 amp loads into a double socket on that spur, you could be drawing up to 26 amps total. Now, in practice, it's pretty rare that you're going to max out both sockets at the same time for a long period, but it's definitely something to be aware of. The cable can handle that kind of load for short periods, and usually, diversity means you won't be pulling the full 26 amps continuously, but it's always good to keep in mind that you don't want to overload that spur line. So yeah, you've got the idea right.
So what if it was continuously pulling 26 amps?
Yeah, that's a really good thing to consider. If you were continuously pulling, say, 26 amps through that single 2.5 millimeter spur cable for a long period of time, you'd definitely be pushing that cable close to its limit. Over time, that could lead to the cable getting warm or even overheating if it's not protected properly. In practice, that's why it's important to think about what you're plugging into a spur and just be mindful that it's not really meant for continuous heavy loads. Usually it's fine for occasional use or lighter appliances, but if you needed a permanent heavy load, you probably want to run a dedicated circuit. So it's just good to be aware of that continuous load factor.
So in a UK installation, if you spurred off a spur and put another double socket on that circuit, what are the consequences?
Yeah, so that's a bit of a no-no in UK wiring regs. Basically, you're not supposed to spur off a spur. Each spur should just be a single branch off the ring, and that's it. If you start adding another double socket off that same spur, you're increasing the load on that single cable beyond what it's meant to handle. In terms of consequences, you could end up with an overloaded cable, which can overheat and become a fire risk. And of course, it's not compliant with the wiring regulations, so it could cause issues if you ever have an inspection. Basically, you just want to keep it safe and stick to one spur per point on the ring.
So if you're not sure about something, You can always ask ChatGTP.